Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, can we just all agree that this whole conversation with Sam and Drew, this whole topic has just been blown way out of proportion just for the sake of drama? And I get it, it's a soap opera, we need drama, right? But I feel like this is forced drama. It's pretty simple. She doesn't want to go to the school. Sam is like, you know what? Listen, I'm not going to sit there and put any pressure on you, so you don't have to sit there and go. And she does apologize to Drew when Drew gets there. But Drew is he's so mad about what Nina did to him that he starts to take his anger and his frustration out on her, talking about, oh, you made a choice without us, this, that, and third. I'm like, bro, I mean, there's so many different examples of Drew not exactly being a good dad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's like a terrible, but think about his last time before he got, his last night of freedom. Where did he chose to spend it? With Carly. Who kids was he sitting there thinking about? Because he damn sure wasn't sitting there thinking about his own child when he decided to go to jail for Carly. So you coming in all hot and being all like, oh well, you made choices without me, this, that, and the third. Not only was you wrong because Nina got you all riled up, but you were just wrong and out of pocket in general. And eventually he does realize that. He tells Sam Nina was the one that called the SEC and was like, oh, well, Nina was the one that made me lose time with my daughter. No. You made yourself lose time with your daughter. Carly made you lose time with your daughter by doing what she did when you told her not to do that. So let's not sit there and put this on Nina. Yeah, Nina did it out of spite, and that wasn't right. But you knew the right thing to sit there and do, and you chose not to do it. Hell, in all reality, you should be more mad at Carly than you should be at Nina, because Carly decided to do it and said, "Well, I'm going to do it anyway, and you can't stop me." And yet, you want to sit there and take all your anger and frustration out on Nina? Nah, bro. So Cyrus finally does wake up and he tells Laura, well, he is questioned about Dante, which she doesn't give him any answers. Laura comes in there and Cyrus tells him that, Sonny did it. So Laura got to sit there and Laura tells Dante about that. And Laura and Cyrus are talking. She's talking about trust, this, that, and the third, right? And Cyrus is like, listen, Sonny's not that much better than who I was. But yet, you sitting there putting Sonny at this high regard, and, granted, Laura's like, I know him longer. Cool, but you know the type of business that he does. So how much was it, how different was it than what Cyrus did? You know? Now Lois comes there to sit there and check on Sonny, and Sonny, I don't know what was going on with Sonny, because I don't think that he was drinking last night. But it was like, was Maurice Bernard like having laryngitis or something like that? Like I didn't understand it. I guess that might have been a drunken night. I imagine. Because he had the bottle there. So I'm thinking it might have been that. One of the things that cracked me up when Lois Smith there talking to Sonny about how she didn't really care that much for Carly, but she was like, well, Carly didn't deserve it. And I'm like, she didn't deserve it. She committed a crime, but you're sitting there saying she didn't deserve it. That sentence doesn't even make sense, right? That sentence doesn't make sense. She committed a crime, but she doesn't deserve to go to jail. But she doesn't deserve what? Because I honestly tell you the truth, she didn't go to jail. She lost her business because of her. She lost money because of her, and she didn't serve any jail time for what she did. So, what didn't she exactly deserve? Is my question. You can tell that Sonny, you know, he's mad. He wants some distance, but he's not ready to sit there and throw, um, get rid of Nina for good. Nina made a bad choice, and I'm not going to sit there and say it was a mistake, but it was a bad choice. Sonny's upset about that. You know, it goes deeper than that, and this is something that Sonny doesn't talk about, and I wish he did more. He keeps getting upset about the fact that Nina turned, you know, Carly into the SEC and, hurt the mother of his children and all the other stuff, right? And that's bad. That's also bad for business, though, too. I mean, bro, your wife is a snitch. You do illegal activities. You don't see a problem with that? But I feel like that's problematic right there. And that's something he doesn't bring up. And I wish he wouldn't just make it about Carly and how Carly was hurt and how Carly was affected by it, but more so about how it's going to affect his business and how his enemies are going to be like, even his allies, because his allies would probably sit there and be like, all right, well, what happens if your girl throws another temper tantrum? I mean, we all going to sit there and have to feel that. You remember not that long ago when Jason and Carly got married, people would submit their question, yo, could she be trusted? But you're with an active snitch at this point. Let that make sense. And like I said, I wish you would bring that up. Now, Dante comes there and, he sees Sonny's hand and he has to arrest him. And Lois is like, oh, like she's surprised and stuff like that. Or she just has that look on her face like she's disappointed. And, at first, Sonny's like really surprised when he opened the door. He's like, oh, like, bro, you just assaulted someone. He's a cop. You didn't think that that was going to wind up happening? Are you still drunk? Like, I'm very confused at this point. I'm really am. What else? What else went on happening? Anne and Felicia had to go through some of Bobby's stuff. I guess her office, which looked like Brett Westbourne's office, which also looked like Portia's office. I don't know. Maybe all the offices look the same. But they go through some of her stuff. They go through memory lane. They got Temp Maxie there talking to Cody, which was another semi-pointless scene, to be honest. Except for when Felicia came in there and she practically said, I ran a test behind your back. Oh, that's a good way to start a sentence. She says she did get results, so I'm very curious how that's going to play in tomorrow. Now, Nina spent the night at Sasha's, and she pretty much just went there talking about how her life fell apart, and Sasha is just there to support her and everything. Now, this is where I can't feel bad for Nina, because it's like, you did this out of spite, and you knew exactly what's going on happening. You knew for months that this was going to pretty much, separate you from your daughter and the grandkids and your husband. So all this pity party and everything like that, I'm not here for it. I'm really not. Sasha's encouraging and, Sasha's like, well, you made a mistake or whatever. But now you guys sit there and go about fixing it. Because in all reality, almost like the worser part was her keeping Sonny away from his family. Because the SEC thing, yeah, that was bad. But, like I've went over before, Drew didn't sit there and spend as long as he should have in jail. And Carly didn't spend any jail time. She lost some money on her, and she lost her hotel on her. But she has another business that seemed like it's doing good. So, not that much of a downside when it comes towards the Carly part. I thought when Lois went to go get the door, that it was going to be Nina. And Nina was also snitty calling um, Willow, which was going straight to voicemail. Again, for like the 1,000th time. She probably wound up just using up all her, messages or whatever space. Oh, and Cody wants to sit there and buy some property. I think it was his mother's property or something. Like I said, it was just there to be, well, there. Um, like, anyway, I feel like that's about it. I might have missed one or two things. I can't think of what I missed, but I might have missed it though. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I will see you in the next video. Also, if I missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about what shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and I will see you in the next video.